But one thing that I have learned about marketing, about production, about costs, is what you do is you create a box. And I've done this in all my jobs, whether I was at ABC or Paramount or Disney, and usually I put the box around myself, which is, as long as you do what you're going to do and you're inside strong financial parameters, that if you bump up against this box, you break the financial parameters, somebody puts a flag up and they says, hey, you're going over budget, what you're doing makes no sense. And the key to this financial box, and I still believe in this box, which you'll hear as I go through my presentation, is that the one thing you have to have in this box, obviously, is creativity. So if you have this financial box, and I have a little creative slide, where the financial parameters are around it and there's intense creativity in the inside, you got a better shot of having it work. And I think you also have to look at that in terms of how you market. The endless expense of marketing can be counterproductive if you don't have a creative message in the center of it and that you have a financial model that you're working with. And so many people that I've worked with over the years think that throwing marketing against a project that is not worthy is going to make it worthy, or chasing a project that's not going to work is going to make it work. On the other hand, I have a lot of people, myself included, that have done really great projects, and we've found a way to not tell anybody about it. And we go through the rest of our lives thinking how dumb the audience is. They didn't get this great project. Another movie called Dead Poets Society, we could never figure out how to market that movie, which became a hit. And this was the beginning of kind of my thinking on viral marketing or targeted marketing or affinity marketing, because this was very early in the movie business where you decided to take a movie and screen it a lot, get word of mouth, open it up in just one theater in a city that you knew there were enough fans of the star that it would be crowded, and you worked slowly to build into a hit movie, as opposed to, like a Spider-Man or X-Men or one of those things which you open up gigantic in one day. But there is a place for that kind of movie if the marketing is done well. So I've learned in the course of my career that there are different kinds of projects that deserve intense thinking about different kinds of marketing. And today, with the tools that are available to the entertainment business, it opens up a whole new way of attracting, obviously, targeted audiences. The brand is a series of dots. It basically is a series of good events reinforced over and over again. And at the end of the day, over many years, it creates a great picture. It's never one event. It's never one dot. It's relentless reinforcement of what you're doing. And you'll see in this George Seurat paper, as you get closer, they are in fact dots. And if you really dive in very closely, you see that the dots all have a specific meaning. So the idea, this George Seurat painting, this guy couldn't help it. But the idea of pointillism, which is the point I'm making, is that is what builds a brand. It is not one movie. It is not one episode. It is not one experience. If you're dealing with a company that wants to evoke some kind of feeling, it's constant and it's creative and it's new. At the same time, it's giving a message that you know what you're talking about. At Disney, about a decade ago, we started dealing with a customer as a relationship that we had in a more specific way, which is what you do every day. But the idea with our CRM, and we ended up having the #1 affinity credit card with JP Morgan, by far bigger than any airline. Their one affinity card that, not their one that works, but one that works, in a fantastic way. And this whole thing started with a thing called the Disney Club, which was the Magic Kingdom Club, which was a thing at Disneyland where you joined a club and there were other people who were interested in Disneyland, and then you get special invitations to do things. And then there was like Disneyana, where they all came and they looked at Disney collectibles, and that kind of morphed into newsletters, which then morphed into real affinity marketing. And when you have a cross-brand like Disney, where you have people going to our hotels or our cruise ships, or signing up and registering for the internet sites, or Disney Channel, or all the names and all the people that we have, which if I'd known about Epsilon, we probably wouldn't have had it done. We probably would have saved a fortune by not doing it ourselves, and it was agony trying to, the whole privacy issue and how do you do it. But, you know, if we know through our Disney Channel that somebody loves the Hannah Montana movie, we can direct a message to those people through this program to buy the Hannah Montana DVD. Or if we know that there's a group of people through our movie sites where it says the name of a movie, say a teenage movie, and they register online, we know when to tell them that the next teenage movie is coming on. And this area, the CRM area, way before the explosion of the broadband world, was very important to Disney, and it is so much more efficient, going back to costs. It is targeting, you know, our primary users, which repeat themselves over and over again at Disney. It doesn't get all the new users, but it's been very efficient. And we have done it, we have measured it, and between the credit card and the registrations and the hotels and the cruise ships and international and all the things that we have to collect the names, it has been eye-awakening for us. And the same thing is true with ESPN. With ESPN, if you go to the ESPN Insider site on the web, and then you want to go to a Walt Disney World ESPN weekend, which is the same thing we do with a soap weekend for ABC soap operas, all these things save us a fortune in paid advertising. And it's been, you know, extremely effective.